All right.
So, can you please just state your name, what your profession is, and how you feel?
My name is Michael Wooten. I'm a musician, and I'm feeling great.
Great.
Life is good.
I sat down with Michael and discussed his creative process as a musician. Michael is a 22-year-old professional keyboardist that is currently touring with Nick Jonas. Let's see what he has to say.
I feel like at the end of the day, art is always about people and connections. And same with working within art and entertainment. It's about getting as many people to see value in you, like real value in you as possible. And I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, I just want to meet as many people. I want to network. It's so about getting a few people to really see you and really sort of be invested in you. Like I've had so many things happen and come from just someone going out of their way to be like, oh, we should give this guy a chance. It's not like those connections aren't shallow. People don't do that just for anyone that, oh, he's good, let's do this. There's just been a lot of like, this is a good dude, he's genuine, he definitely wants to work hard. And yeah, it's just about showing people that you really care about what you're doing.
Right.
That goes with working in it and it goes with creating it. Like, people don't want to listen to music or experience any art that isn't coming from a place of like, I really care about this.
Right. So would you say that when you do have to create, or when you are creating, is there some specific steps and things that you do to get your mind into the right space to create, or do you usually just sit down and it comes right to you? Or are there those days where I can't, like, it's kind of a tough day to work, but I can do these different things to get my mind right?
I think that you always have those days where you're like sort of blocked or like something else is taking you away from what you're doing. But it's really important. I feel like consistency stops that. Like if you just do it, this has been something that I've been like really thinking about and working on recently. It's like if you just consistently do it and you don't have the finished product in mind when you're doing it, it's about the creation. It's about that time, that like the present creative moment, not what will this be, how will it look. If you're doing that every day, a year from now you're gonna make more consistent great art than you would now, because it's just like, it's a muscle at the end of the day. Like your brain, your creativity is a muscle that has to be like worked, and that's all that practice ever is. That's all that it's just like instilling good habits and getting you in the process of like, it should feel comfortable. It shouldn't even be thinking. It's like, I'm creating, I need to do this, you know?
So when you're on tour and you're doing all the things and you don't feel like doing it, do you just have to do it? Or is there something that you're like, okay, let me listen to this, let me do something to try and get inspired and fueled to play? Or are you always just fueled to play?
When generally for me, because like I was saying, it always came from a place of fun and like connecting with people and like loving that experience. The thing that gets me excited to play is always the energy of the people I'm playing with and the people I'm playing for. Even more than the music itself. It's about that for me mostly. But of course I've been in situations where it's just like, why did I say yes to this gig? This random whatever, you know, any sort of situation. And sometimes it takes you out of it, but then sometimes you do have to just find it's the same in life. Like if you want to get anything done, you have to find the good in the situation, find what you can get out of it, and then focus on that and try to get as much as you can out of that. But that's sometimes easier said than done, definitely.
Right. Cool. So is there any specific thing that, like maybe during the day you're having a normal day, you wake up, you're out and about. Is there something that you might run into, or like anything specific that you watch or hear that just gives you that, like the nitro boost? Like I have to go hop on the keys and like I need to go play music. Like just a huge burst of inspiration, or is that just from?
I think I find it in so many different things because, like I said, for me, art is just us trying to understand something in life or in humanity or So if I see something in a movie that like really sticks with me, or I listen to a song, or I see something really beautiful, or I have a connection with a person that gets me thinking about, any of that can spark some sort of response in me, and that lends itself to music because that's like the medium that I'm most fluent in, I guess, most comfortable going back to. But yeah, I feel like all of that stuff is related. It's always about like, what are you trying to get out, and like, what do you want the people to take from it? And then also separately, what are they taking from it? Because sometimes you can't control how someone takes or experiences your art. So yeah, it comes from everything. Someone's vibe makes me think of like fun, and then I have something in my head that's like fun. It encapsulates just that experience of not even just that person, it's me seeing that person. That's an experience in itself that like inspires me. I feel like everything is the same in my brain, at least. Everything is the same. It's like music isn't a concept in itself, it's communication. So I can have a connection with you or a relationship with you or even just a moment with you, and I can sit here and talk to you about it. I could paint a picture about it. I could write a screenplay about it. I could sing a song about it. I can get on a guitar and play that experience. I can dance, however, move. It's all of those things aren't separate. It's communication, or even just like an understanding. Because sometimes I can just go and make some art or do something just for myself to cement that moment, and it's not like expressing to you that it's for me, but it just comes from life to me. Everything comes from life or something. They're not separate.
That's awesome. So would you say that's your favorite part as a whole?
Yeah,
just expression and connection.
Yeah, connection to me is super important, and it's something that I like really strive for, and I get a lot of that through seeing other people's art and making art with other people and sharing art with other people. I think that the main thing I'm trying to get across through all this is like, you also have to like live a life and make that a priority. Because like, especially going to school for art and being surrounded by other professional artists, or even just professionals in entertainment, it's just like, this is my life. All of my friends do this. My whole world is this. And it's just like, you have to live life. And like, I'm not judging anyone who like, if they're fulfilled with this being their everything, then like, be happy. If you are, that's cool. But for me, I need life outside. Like, this fuels life. This isn't my life.
That's awesome. I think we're good.
I hope so.
Thank
All right.
you.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thanks for having me, sir.
That's awesome.